All right, guys, tell me what just happened. What was going on?
So at 3520, we knew we were way out of elevation.
No way to even
Not
aim
even
at
close.
that target.
So Doc pulls up the data, and then we realize we're about, what, 90 minutes short? That's after we run out of reticle on 5-power and dialed up.
Yeah,
we
we
still
needed 90
more minutes.
90 minutes more than what we had available in turret adjustment and reticle. So I looked over at him setting the rifle up, and instantly it was like, there's a mechanical adjustment on that bipod, pretty precise for elevation. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to utilize that to get enough elevation for the shot. Chase got down on the rifle, super solid, measured out a couple of points downrange, and knew exactly how far apart they were.
So when we started dialing each click on the Phoenix,
Yeah,
to
so
measure,
the Phoenix
every time we moved it to a perfect reference point, I would count how much we were tracking on the horizon.
So we got it down to a consistent 12.5 minutes every time when I started using the side of the barrel to line up with the side of the peg. So that gives you a way higher resolution of alignment on an exact movement each time.
Every time I had my reference point, there was a tower there in the distance, and then there were 2 towers just to the left of that. So I'm running the bottom stadia line against the 2 towers on the left-hand side there, and I knew on the right-hand side of that right-hand tower, that was directly in line with that target. And so every time I'd position my point of aim at that crosshair there and lock that down and try and apply the same amount of pressure, the same cheek weld to the weapon system before Mitch would take over.
Yeah, so then I would start making the adjustment on the bipod. Now you brought up a good point. It doesn't go straight up. It moves in and it slides over. So once he got aligned on the target and everything, before we made any adjustments, I would mark on the mat where the side of the bipod was.
So as Mitch, they prepped, he'd run his bolt. I actually would feed the round, push the bolt forward and get it ready.
Because he
And
had
as
to hold the
Chris
gun
had to
so
hold it
steady.
perfect. And as soon as he got in position, Mitch would kind of pinch the forend, and I would cam as carefully as possible, and then just jump back on glass. And when I saw the wind lay over at the correct point, we would send the shot. But because we don't have a physical line to pull the bipod leg against, we have a
Optically.
marker. We're just going off of, Mitch's best guess. We probably had a 3 to 4 minute wind variable on that alone. So I was on glass. We saw all 5 shots, okay?
You saw all 5?
Yes, all 5 shots were within a minute of elevation on the target, and we had 2 within 2 minutes of windage, and then our first shot missed 4 minutes right. We had 2 shots miss about 4.5 to 5 minutes left, and again, we were subject to how we...
And the last shot was our second to last shot. You said it was the closest.
Yes,
It was
yes.
It was only 2 minutes right of the target.
It was a minute and a half right and 2 minutes low. It was great teamwork.
And this all came together within what, maybe 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Less than
15
that.
minutes.
I mean, we were working the
time
whole time to like solidify these adjustments and know exactly what we had to do to be able to do it in the 5 minutes. Like we had broke the last shot at the time limit ending.
Within a second of the buzzer.
Because I remember thinking, like, does the time end when you shoot or when the bullet arrives? Because your time expired when the bullet was in the air.
I knew,
Buzzer beater. If it leaves your fingertips by the time the buzzer goes off, then you're good.
I knew I had that time of flight as well, so I was just waiting to snap
8
that off,
second.
and I knew you'd be back behind that spotting scope at about 8
He didn't even wait for me to shoot the last shot. As soon as I got the bolt closed, I put my hand down and I heard it go, and I started counting. And 8-ish second time of flight.
I love it, guys. They say, what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention, and that's exactly what just unfolded.
8.3 seconds.
Innovation and teamwork, absolutely incredible.
Great teamwork, great job holding still. Mitch planned, executed, and stayed on top of the wind.
I think all you guys played to your strengths there.
Yeah.
Rock solid shooting, a little bit of engineering math going on there, and Chase is like reading the wind and keeping that all straight while all this is going on.
And not only that,
you guys
but
really leverage your
communicating
strengths.
it to each other.
By the time we figured our plan out, it was like a hive mind. We didn't really have to talk that much. We knew what to do.
Yeah. I mean, when you get that close, that's a win. Doing that kind of stuff. Good job, guys.